According to new reporting, Donald Trump sent his Middle East advisor all around the Middle East just looking for a nice jet, just going to all of these regimes and setting aside the human rights abuses and the devastation wrought on their own populations. You gotta find me a new jet, man. And Steve Witkoff was apparently successful in that. He either just convinced or strong-armed Qatar to offer the biggest bribe that has ever existed. And he was asked about that plane actually recently. So why don't we check in on the guy who apparently was behind this whole thing.
Do you have any concerns about this? I mean, what do the Qataris expect in return for a $400 million present, essentially to the United States?
Well, first of all, John, it's a perfectly legal transaction. It's been vetted by White House counsel, by the Justice Department. There are outside law firms involved. So it's a perfectly legal government to government, Department of Defense to Department of Defense transaction. I'm not sure how anyone would see this as the Qataris looking to gain some sort of advantage. We have an advantage because of their largesse and them looking to invest in our country, and I think all of that is to be commended.
Okay, so just bear in mind, he knew that it wasn't, again, that they just went and they just gave it to him out of the goodness of their heart or whatever. He knows the entire plot. He knows that Donald Trump is a spoiled little rich boy who needs a really fancy jet. And he knew that his job, this full-grown elderly man, I guess, was just going from dictator to dictator, looking for who's gonna give him the nicest plane or whatever. But I can't tell you how much I appreciate his answer to that question. Because John Carl, I think that was, John Carl's like, what do you think they might want in return for this present? And Steve Witkoff did like a solid moment. Hey, it's not illegal. This is totally, I talked to that person. There was a lawyer, maybe not a real one. We don't really have those, but like Alina Habba thinks it's cool. What are you talking about illegal? Dude, he didn't say anything about the legality of it. Arguably, he should have. I would have loved for him to focus on that aspect. He didn't talk at all about it being illegal. So, a little bit, Steve Witkoff, a little defensive there about the legality. And so, yeah, no, Steve Witkoff, obviously, like every one of them, he knows it's a bribe. And he knows that you get bribes for things you've already done or things that you plan to do. And so the idea that they would give the biggest bribe that's ever existed and expect nothing in return is madness. Steve Witkoff does not believe that. None of these people believe that. If Hunter Biden was given a fancy Razor scooter by the UAE, that's all they would talk about on Fox for 6 months. They understand that these gifts are a potential problem. And so, oh my God, so utterly pathetic there. But I do think we have a little bit more. Setting aside Steve Witkoff, you're not gonna get anything honest out of him. And arguably, you're not gonna get that out of this next guy either. But Steve Bissent was asked about the gift again by Jake Tapper. So let's see how he did.
You're a hard-nosed businessman. Even if Qatar isn't asking for anything in return now for the jet, I mean, that's a bill that could come due. Nobody in the Middle East gives things or anywhere in the world, just gives a $400 million jet just to be nice.
Well, I don't know, Jake. The French gave us the Statue of Liberty. The British gave us the Resolute desk. I'm not sure they asked for anything in advance.
Well, I will just say about the Statue of Liberty, I mean, that was authorized by Congress and it belongs to the American people. It doesn't belong to whoever was president at the time.
Well, I think that this plane would be a gift to the American government.
Yeah, do you think that? Do you think a gift? So when you get a gift, how long do you generally keep it? Because I've always thought it's like a forever thing, like it's mine. But like, is it a gift if it's like you can have it for 3 years? Not even really, because it's gonna take. They got to transfer it. They got to upgrade it. The American people will have this gift insofar as Donald Trump gets to fly around on it and not them for what, a year and a half, 2 years, and then Trump is gonna steal it? Bissent, I know that you're a hard-nosed businessman or whatever puffery Jake Tapper needs to do to make you comfortable with the fact that he's gonna push back against the most epic corruption we've ever experienced. He doesn't believe that, none of them believe that. He knows it's a bribe, they all know it's a bribe. It's just a bribe. I don't know why Jake Tapper can't just say that. He's implying it. That's good. I guess that's better than most of these people or whatever. And I appreciate Jake Tapper taking a moment out from promoting his book to ask an important question about the current president. But no, they all know it. And again, like Congress approved the transfer of the Statue of Liberty. How much did the Resolute desk cost? Maximum $300 million, maximum. And again, it's still there because it was given to the government. It wasn't given to an individual. And I guess I would say I don't understand, but I do understand. You all understand. Why don't they just make it a permanent thing that he can't take? And then that would be it for the conversation. Trump desperately wants to fly around on this. He'll get to for a year or two. And then that's it. You can't steal it from the government. And why did Jake Tapper not ask that question? Why did Carl not ask that question? Again, this is not rhetorical. Why is no one proposing making it contingent on him not transferring it to his library afterward? It's as if that's illegal to do in the media. I literally do not understand that. And so he's going to try to take it. He's 100% going to use it for the 5 days or so he'll survive past his presidency. The entire thing is just incredibly frustrating.